What's really hood, ladies and gentlemen? Two Giants fans, Jets fans, Chef Pete, Coach David in the building. Listen, I'm excited for this one because I am a defensive fan first. I play defense with my brother to my right. My Uncle Pete was too old, so I never played football with him. But
Wait.
I think defense,
Rephrase that. Rephrase that. You were too young.
I mean, if that's what we're gonna start with. I mean, yo, Dave. See, this is what I knew. He wanted to come in on that last one. He had to say some slick shit. So, all right, I was too young. Whatever the case might be, I can't help it. My uncle's my uncle.
Pete's
But
an offensive guy anyway.
yeah. Word. Matter of fact, you're an offensive guy, right? So you're not only that, you're an offensive guy who's a Met fan. So there's already two strikes against you here. I think Coach Dave will at least agree on this one.
I don't know.
I don't know. All right, this is political bullshit where everybody's going to plead the fifth. Maxx Crosby, right? Las Vegas Raiders, yo, you're hurt. Maxx Crosby goes, all right, let me go shoot some basketball hoops, turn around, jump.
Yeah, let me go play basketball.
Draining shots like Steph Curry. Then he goes
on one leg.
On one leg. And then he goes playing on the trampoline. That shit in LA, I would say LA, in Las Vegas is done. His time in Vegas is done. Fuck that team. Pete Carroll's ass is gone. They stuck with Geno Smith because he's got a bad contract. Maxx Crosby, where do you think he might go? Because I am going to sit back and say, has to come here to gain green, which ain't going to probably happen because I'm pretty sure at this point of his career, he wants a team on the up or a playoff contender team. But do you think he might go to the Giants? Do you think he might go somewhere else? Where do you think he'll go?
Obviously, I'd love him on the Giants. He's a great player. I don't think the Giants would trade for him. They have Carter, who they still like.
Carter's
they have.
Why did you shake your head? Carter was a beast.
Yeah.
They have Burns.
The beast, yeah.
They have Burns. So I don't think they're going to want to trade for Crosby.
Well,
Crosby.
I would love him. Don't get me wrong. What's that?
Crosby's a more game record than both of them.
I agree.
I would trade the one and Carter and give me Crosby.
Wow. Okay, hold on. We're talking about Abdul Carter. You're saying get rid of him?
To give me, I'm gonna give him up since he likes to watch porn instead of focusing on other stuff.
Hold on.
You didn't hear about that.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, because Pete laughed. I know this source coming from somewhere. I have not heard this. So
yeah, he's been caught and got into the doghouse.
Abdul Carter.
He got into the doghouse, which, listen, I don't care if he wants to watch porn. That's his own prerogative. But when you're supposed to be watching game video and doing other things and you're watching porn and stuff and you're not studying and doing the things you're supposed to, listen, I'm going to trade your ass with the number one and give me Crosby because he's a beast. And if he's healthy, he's a monster. Like Pete said, I love to get him. And listen, at that point, the only way you're going to get a guy like Crosby, you got to give up the one and you can take Carter. He can watch porno in your facility while he's supposed to be watching game film.
So he got caught on his phone.
He got caught. Pete knows he got caught.
Pete, talk to me.
He did.
Don't just sweep over this.
Dave is speaking the truth. That's the report out here. He was caught watching porn.
Like I said, I don't care what he does.
When they're supposed to watch film?
Yeah, in the facility.
Yes.
In the facility. In the fucking facility where he's supposed to be fucking watching game film, studying and all that shit, he's sitting there fucking yanking to some porn or some bullshit. Listen, do what you want. But when you're in the facility and you're supposed to be watching game film for your opponent, not your next female entourage or whatever.
This is why he was sat down like in the first quarters of two games.
Yeah, that was how they suspended. That was their version of dealing with it. Listen,
so the
Carter
first time
is great.
He got caught. What team was he playing against?
I don't remember.
I don't remember the teams that he was playing against.
But I just know that it came out. And it was a big deal. Then it kind of got hushed away. And then he got sat out for like a game, not a whole game, but like a quarter or two. Then he got in trouble again for a quarter or two. And then he was back. And his playing time got changed. And then that's that. Listen, Carter's been good, except for that little, obviously, mislap in judgment. And like I said,
I don't think, like I said, I don't think, while I would love Crosby, don't get me wrong, the Giants need more help.
Oh, no, absolutely. I agree. But
so I don't think that's who they're going to look to trade for.
Okay.
But when the Giants won Super Bowls, they had offensive line, defensive line. So
looked up. I went on Google and I said Abdul Carter caught watching porn, right? And this says by Yahoo Sports, NFL Twitter fell for a fake reporter claiming New York Giants star rookie was watching porn and got caught.
Yeah, well,
so they're saying it's a fake report.
Money talks, bullshit walks. Listen, bottom line is he got not suspended, but he got knocked out of games for conduct detrimental to the team. So,
damn, it was against the Patriots too.
Yeah, it was 2 games that he did.
Yeah, this one is just telling me about the Patriots. Jesus.
Listen, at the end of the day, I don't care. I'm just saying this is what I would do if I was making that move. You can take my Carter. You can take my pick. Give me Crosby. Like Pete said, I don't see that happening. But listen, Listen, the Giants have to figure out how to get their defensive line back the way they used to and an offensive line. Because when they were winning championships and Super Bowls, they have the most dominant defensive lines and offensive lines.
I think their defensive coordinators this year have been terrible.
Oh, they got to get rid of 100%.
Yeah, but you guys need a backfield too. Outside of your safety, the rookie kid that I liked.
Well, like I said, I'm not worried about guys who cover corners, say all that stuff. If you got a defensive line that gets to the quarterback, I don't need great. Listen, when the Giants were winning Super Bowls, they never had great corners, but they had great defensive line.
Madison.
You have to have you either have to have great cornerbacks and good defensive linemen, or great defensive linemen and good cornerbacks.
I want great defensive linemen. Give me good quarterbacks.
Play defensive backs. The defensive backs that we hold all the weight.
But so that's why, like with some of the,
you got to get pressure
with some of the rumors for the Giants right now, that they're talking, it's either going to be the safety or the cornerback with the draft.
Yeah, that's another wasted pick.
Well, not because then you put Tyler Nubin with the other kid, and that's a nice tandem if it works out.
Listen, the bottom line is they're going to have to get the defensive coordinator in there that knows what he's doing. So that's
okay. So I heard you guys are keeping Joe Shane or Sean, whatever how you say his name.
Right? Yeah, the GM. They're giving him a shot because he drafted.
They keep talking about different things, that he's going to be involved in it, but they could bring in other help.
Well, whether he's there or not, like I said, last year maybe he gets a pass because he brought in a good draft class. So maybe they'll.
Yeah, you had Dart, Newman.
They might just keep him around to let him draft, and if they're happy or not happy with it, they may kick him to the curb. But no matter what they do, 2 things: 1, they obviously got to find a head coach, and then 2, they need a defensive coordinator. Not a head coach who's a defensive coordinator.
If you're not going to keep him around, then I don't want him doing the draft and all.
No, exactly. Exactly.
I agree. I think they'll keep him because they don't want to have all that cloud around the draft.
Now, the rumor is that a lot of people talking about that Bowles might be fired. Would you like him as a defense coordinator?
Defensive coordinator?
Todd Bowles?
Todd Bowles.
Oh, Todd Bowles? Yeah.
As a defense
I would take him as a defensive coordinator.
Not as a head coach, though.
No. As a defensive coordinator, I would just answer defensive coordinator.
Yeah. No, I mean, depending who's out there, I mean, I would throw his name in the hat, but we'd see, because there might be some other guys out there that might be.
See, because the thing is, okay, so your GM is who drafted Dart, right? No, he didn't. Did he draft Dart?
Well, I guess he drafted Dable, but
yeah, Carter and Dart were in the same draft.
Yeah.
So he drafted them with Scatterbo, with Newman.
Yeah.
Like he had a good draft, right? He had a really good
did.
draft.
Like I
That's
said,
what I was
Now,
last year
now
was
the
their best
Giants
draft
the Giants were on one of those hard knocks ones, and it was Dable who pushed to get Dart.
Yeah, that I know. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Because
Dable's
Dable
a
said he
fucking
thought he
bum.
saw.
I told you,
Yeah, but
Dable
I'm just
was a
saying.
bum.
I'm
But
just
he
saying.
thought
I'm
that-
just saying. Shane wasn't the one who wanted Dart.
Right. No, because
Who did he want?
Dable thought he was like the second coming of Josh Allen. That's why.
Yeah, he's got a love affair for Josh Allen, and I get it, right?
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
talent.
So that's why he pushed for Dart. Now I'm hearing that the Giants are thinking of trading Dart, which would be insane too.
Nah,
Yeah,
they're not going to do that.
So I heard that, but let me explain. This is what I tell people, like kind of like with Johan, right? When he was going to the Mets, when the Yankees were in that mix, they didn't want to give up a bunch of these young prospect pictures for Johan, right? I don't care about prospects. To be fucking honest, I don't want to be an asshole, but I want a proven commodity, right? I want what I know. I know Johan's a beast. In a small sample size of what Dart has given us, and I'm not saying us, I'm saying what we've seen, because I know you guys are Giants fans, I'm not. But what we've seen with Dart, I've seen enough where I go, wow, this guy better fucking learn how to slide, because he kind of got that Josh Allen recklessness where he's trying to get as many yards. He's got a strong enough arm to play in weather in Jersey, right?
Yeah.
And okay, there's some of the stuff that I don't like yet, but he's a rookie, right? He's still figuring the speed out and learn the game.
Right. The good outweighs the bad right now.
Yeah.
Right now. But I know what I see already. I don't know what Mendoza is going to look like in the NFL. I don't know what Moore is going to look like. And I love Moore in college, but I don't know what he's going to look like. So why would I give up a guy that I know and I see progressing in my franchise where the fans love him? He does the fucking Anakin Skywalker thing, bro, with the fucking line in his face. Are you kidding me? Like, it's marketable as fuck. Him and Scatterbo do some fucking La Vida Loca fucking dance together or some shit.
Well, there's also the rumor that the Giants might, if they stay in the second pick, because the Giants have known to be stupid, they'll win.
They're going to win. Giants are winning against Dallas, and I heard Dak is not playing the second half.
Yep. So, but let's say that they do stay with the second pick. The rumor is that they're going to dangle that towards the Jets because they know the Jets want more. If Moore's gone, then they're going to want Mendoza.
Yeah, but now from 1 to 3 or 1 to 4, it was 1 to 4 because Cleveland was front. So it was 1 to 4 is a way bigger jump than 2 to 3, right? Like, so you're not getting the value you once did.
No. You know what it depends on? It depends on how many teams want it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if the Jets are the only one bidding on it,
then
you're not going to get a loan. If you can get
more teams,
you know, like I said, with like the Rams could be looking to say, hey, listen, we need a good quarterback.
Oh, that's true. They might take because the Rams could have him even if Stafford doesn't to sit a year and learn, which would be better.
Hold on,
you're right.
This is where. Go ahead.
And like I said, the Rams have 2 first-round draft picks this year.
That makes sense too.
Okay, but hear me out. Okay, and we kind of went off Crosby. When I see a quarterback, like let's say the last 2 that I remember being like can't miss guys would to me be Andrew Luck, who I was never a fan of, and Trevor Lawrence, right? Because they were the guys who dominated college for all their years and everything, and they were those guys coming out of college, kind of like a Peyton Manning, right? Where you're like, oh, they can't miss. The Ryan Leafs can't miss, even though we know Ryan Leaf missed. But when you're doing projection-wise and how these guys dominate college, Mendoza is not that guy. I'm not saying
I agree.
I'm not saying he won't be a great college, a great NFL quarterback. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying what we're saying is generational talent that you're going to give up, like an RG3 when Washington gave up fucking 3 number 1s and 2s and 3s, whatever the fuck it was.
But what you got to realize, is they may not be generational, but you can sit there and say they are very good quarterbacks, and I'm not going to get the chance to do it in another year or 2.
So, okay, so like let's just say when Buffalo drafted Josh Allen at 7, I think it was, right? So you had was it 4 or 5 quarterbacks that went in the first round? Baker was
there was
Mayfield,
Darnold,
Mayfield, Darnold, Lamar,
Rosen,
Josh Allen,
Lamar, and Allen. 5.
Okay, so 5. When you look, everyone was saying Baker's a can't miss, right? Baker's that guy. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that was.
And then you had Rosen, where it was like, oh, Josh Rosen, he's the truth. And then it was
him. I knew
who do we pick between Josh Allen, Lamar, and what was it? Darnold was the other one? No, right?
Darnold.
Yeah,
Darnold. So it was who do we pick between these three? Who do we think is better, right? Who's going to fit our talent because of his arm strength to play in Buffalo, right? If it was a dome, they might have took Darnold. I don't know. But none of those three.
Well, no, they didn't have the chance. Baker Mayfield went 1.
Yeah.
Darnold went 2 at to the Jets.
Oh, and then 5 was Rosen, right?
4 or 5 was Rosen.
4 or 5 was Rosen, and then it was Lamar or Josh.
Lamar or Allen.
Josh Allen. So you sit back and you go, oh well, damn, those weren't the prize picks. Josh Allen was a fucking gunslinging, wild throwing guy in Wyoming. It wasn't like they sat back and said, oh, he's going to be the future of our franchise. He was a project that they hoped would be the future of the franchise.
And most quarterbacks, that's what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. If a guy if when we said with RG3, who was projected to be the superstar, Andrew Luck, the Trevor Lawrences, those are the guys that you're gonna give up the farm for, right? Because I can't miss. I'm not gonna give up mad draft picks for a guy that I think might be a good starter. Why would I do that?
Well, because people are stupid. That's why. You can get GMs. You can get them.
Right. Because like I said, they may sit there and say, listen, we think he's a really good quarterback. They don't worry about what. Listen, Lamar Jackson fell all the way to the end of the first round. Most didn't have him as a first-round draft pick. Baltimore traded back up into the end of the first round to get him.
Right.
All right. So we're going to talk free
agency. Dart was dropping. Dart was dropping last year. Giants traded up to get him.
Yeah, they traded back up into the first, right?
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Teams view quarterbacks differently and all like that. And you might say, listen, I think he's perfect for our system.
So hold on. So because after next week, we can have fun with the draft stuff. There'll be a million different things. We'll have some fun with it. We'll move shit around. But obviously, both of you like Maxx Crosby. Coach David's ready to throw Abdul Carter, the porn watching king, to.
I think he'd be great for the Jets.
He fits that Gang Green kind of tough guy shit.
No, it's just that the Jets don't ever have. Jets haven't had a pass rusher in a long time. They don't get to the quarterback.
Gastineau was the last one, and he still would have had the record if it wasn't for Brett Favre giving it up.
Michael Strahan bum.
But I think he'd be great for the Jets. And you got to remember now, the Jets have 5 first-round draft picks between this year and next year.
That's what I'm saying. So a guy like Crosby,
and I think like 3 second-round draft picks.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but again, you mortgage all that up for him.
No.
You got a lot of holes.
For Crosby, you're giving up a 1 and probably a 2.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 ones.
I'm giving you whatever one.
How old is he? I don't know how old Maxx Crosby.
I think he's still relatively young. He's not that old.
So you're not going to give up a lot. You're going to give up a 1. Depending on how many teams are going for him, you might have to give up 2 1s.
Whoa.
But you're going to try and get away with a 1 and a 2 or a 3.
Oh, he's 28 year old. He's young.
Oh, yeah. So he's young. So
you have to give up 2 1s or a 1 and a high 2.
Yeah. A 1 and a high 2 I'm with. Or 1 and 2.
And the Jets can do that now.
See, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And you get the fan base
But you still
excited.
got okay. So let's say you do that. So who's your quarterback then? Because you're not in play for a
No.
quarterback.
He's not getting the number 4 pick.
But not only that,
you're going to have to give up the number 1 pick this year to get him.
There's no reason the Jets might not. Yeah, they have Indianapolis is, I think, what is it, like somewhere around the
I think
15,
right now it's like 18 to 17 right now.
15, 18, something like that.
It's somewhere in the 15 to 18 range. You could have that pick.
And the Jets might not go for a quarterback this year. If they don't love any of the quarterbacks, we keep talking about them trading up. They could look
better.
All right, so let's just say, well, let's not go too crazy talking picks because I want to have this conversation when the season's over because I want to talk draft heavy.
Well, that's why I'm talking I'm talking about for Crosby. So the Jets might not worry about the quarterback this year, so they can give up their first rounders this year, get Crosby, and then they have 3 number 1s next year.
Oh, so you're saying
where it's supposed to be a deeper class with quarterbacks next year.
So you're saying to try to entice them right now, you give up the 3rd pick in the draft for Crosby.
Raiders will do that.
Right? And Raiders get either Moore or Mendoza, right? Depending on what happens with the Giants or how they move around. But I think the Giants will win. I think the Jets will move up to 2. So if that happens, just saying, you know what? We'll keep the 15 to 18. You can have our 3rd pick, our 2nd or 3rd pick, whichever one it is, and we get Crosby and you send a 2 or whatever, right?
Right.
Okay.
And then the Jets like sign a Willis or a Murray for for the year to cover. Worry about a quarterback
Tua,
next year.
Or your man Tua.
No one's taking that bump.
And then the Jets worry about a quarterback next year where it's a deeper draft class that they may say, hey, we don't have to move up right now. We can move up,
And who knows? Maybe Archie Manning forces his son to play in the jersey of the Jets.
Oh, let's go. All right, so hold on.
Hey, you never know.
Now I'm getting happy. Now we're way too far ahead. We're not even at this draft. We're at next draft. So,
I know.
All right.
I'm just
so greedy Coach Dave, because that's what you're going to be, greedy Coach Dave, because you want that number 2 or 3 pick because you're being super stingy and greedy and you want everything. So if I sit there, you're the GM of the Las Vegas Raiders. You got to get rid of this guy. Everyone knows this is a problem now. If I sit there and go, all right, I'll give you the 2nd and 3rd pick in the draft, a number 2 next year, or maybe this year, right? Depending on how you want to play it. Are you good with saying, all right, well, here you go. Here's Maxx Crosby
for the number 2 or 3 pick this year, and the 2nd round pick for this year.
Whoa, yes. You're greedy.
You want that's right. You want my guy. This is what I want.
Yeah, but your guy don't want to be there neither.
I don't give a shit. He's under contract, so he ain't got no say.
No. He's got all the say. You know the players run the leagues now. The players run the leagues now.
Not with me. Moneyball, baby. I'm gonna fucking play DraftKings on your ass, baby.
You trying to be freaking Kevin Costner in freaking draft day?
I think the Jets would do it though.
You think the Jets?
They would do it
because they have 2 number 2s this year.
Yeah.
I think they have Dallas and their own.
Yeah, they have 2 number 2s and 2 1s.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can have the 1. You get him. Give me the 1 and the 2, and you can have him.
Give me Mad Max.
Care about him.
You give me Mad Max, and all I'm gonna do is talk fucking Maxx Crosby every day. We jump on.
Go ahead. He doesn't want to be here. Jersey, I get to rebuild.
That move automatically puts the Jets in the front of the papers over the Giants.
Yeah.
And he's the most marketable guy on both franchises.
But
that'll be
so then the papers will go. Crosby has 3 sacks. Jets lose.
Exactly.
All right. I'm not going to deny that, especially if Aaron Glenn is there. Look, we go 0-16 next year. 0-17. Sorry, I forgot the extra game.
No. If he has another bad year next year, he's done. He's definitely.
Oh yeah.
But to be honest, after the embarrassment, Who do they finish
Buffalo.
the season with now? If they get embarrassed
Yeah, but
again,
Buffalo's going to
I mean,
be sitting a lot of guys. They're not.
That's my
Well,
point. If they get embarrassed again,
is Buffalo still up
And he's
for
not.
the East title?
No, they're out. As soon as they
They lost it when they lost this game, right?
Yeah, Patriots had
Listen,
to lose both games, and Buffalo had to win.
If I'm Buffalo, I would stay in the 7th seed.
It doesn't matter their seed. They're on the road. It doesn't matter anymore.
I know, but it doesn't matter. But they'll play New England in the first round.
Yeah.
Because the Texans are going to be higher now. Because the Texans are on fire. So they're Texans are at 5 right now. They would play Pittsburgh or Ravens. Denver's 1, New England's 2, Jacksonville's 3, Pittsburgh or whatever, and then you have
Pittsburgh or Baltimore.
Yeah,
is 4.
All right, so I'm excited right now, and I don't think it'll happen. I think he'll go somewhere, obviously with a better team or whatever.
He might go to Dallas because there's been rumors about Dallas trying to bring Crosby over there.
Dude, Dallas,
and Jerry Jones
Dallas always is a rumor, and Jerry does nothing.
Yeah, I know, but he's also known to be that guy that can do something. So that's why he's always in everything.
He's a stupid negotiator. He waits till the last minute to sign.
That's the problem.
Yeah,
and it costs him millions.
Yep.
So the last thing I wanted to bring up was a stat that I had seen. Do you know that? Oh my God, Sauce Gardner only won 2 games this year. He's 1-6 with the Jets. And 1-6 with the Colts.
Yeah, but he was overrated anyway.
Oh yeah, but we got a number 1 for him.
No, listen, you guys got.
Muji did a great deal with the Colts. He did great dealing away Sauce and Williams.
Yeah,
he made some great trades.
Kevin Costner. He did the Kevin Costner for real.
Yeah, those moves were freaking epic. I was hoping he would have done that with Brees because I don't think Brees is coming back.
He's not. That's the only guy. I don't know why.
I don't know why they didn't held on to him. Now, Kansas City didn't want to give up a 3. Jets didn't want to give up. Jets didn't want to take a 4.
No way.
I would have took at that point. I would have took the 4.
I would have taken it by the end, but I also, if I'm Kansas City, I would have given up the 3.
Yeah, why not give up the 3 when you're getting a guy who would have helped your quarterback and he probably wouldn't have got hurt? So good job, Kansas City.
Yeah, I don't know why Kansas City worried about that.
I think both teams messed up. I think both teams were calling the other one's bluff, and no one blinked at the last minute.
Yeah, that's probably what it came down to. Absolutely,
because both teams messed up by not coming to some kind of agreement.
I agree. Listen. It's a ball that was dropped. Like I said, I don't know where Brees is going, but I thought they could extend him, right? No, they can't do an extension?
Well, they can.
That right on his deal?
They can do the franchise tag on him.
And then try to move him if whatever.
I don't think they're going to – I think he's gone, but unless they feel – maybe they somehow – I don't think he'll sign and trade him in the draft because he could just sign somewhere else. No one needs it.
Yeah, football doesn't do a lot of sign and trades.
I
know. That's why I don't see
because
if you franchise tag him,
basketball.
I think that could be a way to figure it out.
Basketball.
I'm not trading for. He's not worth that.
Basketball does the sign and trades because the hometown team can offer you more money. Football doesn't have that role.
Yeah. So, all right. If there is one landing spot, where do you think he goes? And that's it, and we're out of here. I'm going to say the Jets because I'm just going to be a fucking dumb Jet fan. That's it. Here.
I think he ends up staying.
Whoa.
Cincinnati and Burrow stays.
Whoa, that's a crazy call. Cincinnati.
You know where he could go? Kansas City.
You never know.
He hates Mahomes. Him and Mahomes don't like each other.
You get along with your team. When you're going for the Super Bowl. when his choice is staying on a 1-win team.
Or here's another better opportunity: go to the Rams, and the Rams got the draft picks to do it.
Yeah,
and he be your new Aaron Donald.
I don't like that idea. I like him coming to the Jets.
Well, that's a pipe dream, so we'll see.
Listen, I'm going to manifest that. Maxx Crosby will be a Jet. It is what it is. Listen, subscribe. Huh?
I mean, 7, potentially earlier. Oh.
So
what's going on, baby? How's everything?
He ran back upstairs.
He said, fuck this guy. Fuck my cousin. He ain't shit. All right, cool. You know, no love lost. See how I get treated, Dave? No fucking respect. I feel like Rodney Dangerfield. No respect. So, listen, subscribe, share, all that good shit. I can't wait to see the Giants win because I'll put this on Monday. Play on Sunday. Today is Tuesday. What's today's date?
30th.
So December 30th, you'll see this on Monday. So the Giants will already have won. The Jets will already have lost. And the Jets will be the number 2 pick in the draft. So,
the thing with the Giants losing, it only affects if they're looking to trade the pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
it's not going to affect who they draft.
It also stops whatever the Jets want to do. If they move up to 2, they get either Mendoza or if more comes out. Like they get one or the other.
Right, but I'm just saying it only affected the Giants if they were going to trade it.
Yeah.
Which I think they are. You know, because they're going to get the player they wanted anyway.
So we out of here. At the end of next week, we'll be able to sit back, have some fun, talk some draft shit because we will actually know where people are drafting, what more bullshit rumors are coming out. I'm just saying, this is being honest. This is the part that I like. I don't just care about talking the games because it is what it is. I like all the crazy madness that goes on. So Coach David, he's got to go to – no, he doesn't have to go to work tomorrow and deal with the dun-dun-duns.
No, thank God. But I guarantee they'll call me. They'll call.
What is that under your name, Pete?
Can you read it?
MJON.
Oh, the Michael Jordan men. All right.
I knew it was.
For a minute there, I was like, I don't get it. And then you said, did I read it? Yep. So the Michael Jordan men down to the bottom. You got Coach David to the right, Chef to the left. We out of here. Deuces.